Hello and welcome back to Fluent Pro Hub. My name is Emily, and today we are going to have a conversation, not just about learning English, but about understanding how you feel when you learn English. Many people say the same thing. I can understand English, but I cannot speak. If this sounds like you, then this video is exactly what you need. Today, we are going to talk about that feeling, the feeling of understanding everything, but not being able to say anything back. We are going to explore why that happens, why it's completely normal, and most importantly, how you can slowly and gently move past it. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, let go of any pressure you might be feeling. This is not a test. There are no right or wrong answers here. You don't need to write anything down. You don't need to repeat after me. All you need to do is listen. Listen carefully. Listen calmly. And let your brain absorb every word. That's how listening helps you grow, not through stress, but through gentle exposure to real spoken English. Many learners feel stuck at a certain point. They watch videos, they read books, they understand conversations, but when it comes time to speak, nothing comes out. Or if something does come out, it feels broken or confusing. This is a very common experience. And if you've ever felt like this, please know you are not alone. In fact, most language learners go through this stage. It's not a sign that you're bad at English. It's actually a sign that you're close to breaking through. Think of it like this. Your brain has been collecting words, sentences, and grammar patterns for a long time. But speaking requires more than just knowing the words. It requires confidence, timing, muscle memory, and a little bit of courage. So while your mind understands the meaning of English, your mouth might still be learning how to form the sounds and put them together quickly enough. That's okay. It doesn't mean you're not improving. It just means you're in the middle of the process. Let's imagine a baby learning to walk. At first, they watch others walk. They understand what walking is. They see people moving from place to place. But when they try to do it themselves, they fall. They wobble. They cry. But slowly, step by step, they get better. And before long, they're running around with joy. Learning to speak a new language is just like that. Understanding comes first. Then comes speaking. One small, shaky step at a time. So, if you feel like you understand English well, but struggle to speak it, remind yourself, you're not behind. You're not failing. You're simply building up to the next level. And that next level will come, not through force or fear, but through patience, practice, and belief in yourself. Let's talk now about what speaking really means. Speaking is not just saying words. It's expressing thoughts, sharing feelings, asking questions, giving opinions, telling stories, and connecting with others. When you speak, you are showing who you are in another language. That's a big step, and it takes time. But once you start, you'll find that each sentence becomes easier than the last. Here's something important. Many learners wait until they feel ready to speak. They think, once I know all the grammar, once I remember all the vocabulary, once I'm 100% confident, then I will speak. But the truth is, you never feel 100% ready, and that's okay. Real progress happens when you speak even when you're unsure, even when you make mistakes, even when you feel nervous, because that's how you learn. Speaking is like opening a door. Once you push it open, even a little, you start to see what's on the other side. And what's on the other side? Confidence, fluency, freedom, connection, growth. These are things you can only reach by stepping forward, even if your voice shakes a little. Let's also remember that speaking doesn't always have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to sound exactly like a native speaker. What matters most is that you are trying, that you are communicating, that you are making an effort. Every time you open your mouth to speak, you are training your brain and your muscles to work together in English. And over time, that connection gets stronger and smoother. One of the best ways to start speaking is to begin with simple sentences. Don't worry about complex grammar or difficult vocabulary. Just start with what you know. For example, instead of trying to explain a whole story in one sentence, break it into smaller parts. I went to the market. I bought some apples. I came home. I made tea. These are short, simple sentences, but they carry meaning. And that's the goal. Another great way to build speaking confidence is to speak out loud, even when you're alone. Talk to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing. I am drinking water. I am sitting on the sofa. I am watching a video. These may seem silly at first, but they help your brain connect words with actions, and that's powerful. The more you hear yourself speaking, the more comfortable you'll feel using English in real conversations. Let's also talk about repetition. Repetition is one of the most effective tools in language learning. When you hear something again and again, it becomes familiar. And when it becomes familiar, it becomes easier to use. That's why listening to this kind of audio, where English is spoken clearly and slowly, is so helpful. It gives your brain the chance to hear the same structures and patterns repeated in a natural way. Over time, those patterns become part of your own speech. Here's another idea. Pick a few phrases or expressions you want to learn and use them every day. For example, if you want to get better at greeting people, practice saying, "Hi, how are you?" Or "Good morning," or "Nice to meet you." Say them out loud. Repeat them. Imagine using them in real life. This builds muscle memory and makes speaking feel more automatic. Also, don't be afraid to pause when you speak. Native speakers pause all the time. It's normal. It gives your brain time to think. It gives the listener time to understand. So if you forget a word, or you're not sure how to continue, just pause, take a breath, think, then keep going. That's real communication. Let's also remember that speaking is not just about words. It's also about body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. Smiling while you speak, nodding your head, or using hand gestures can help you express yourself, even if your words aren't perfect. People often understand more than you think, especially when you show kindness and openness in your expression. Now, let's talk about how listening and speaking are connected. Listening helps you learn the rhythm of English. It teaches you how people form sentences, where they pause, which words they stress, and how they connect ideas. The more you listen, the more naturally speaking will come. That's why sessions like this, where you hear clear, spoken English, are so valuable. You're not just improving your listening skills, you're also preparing your brain for speaking. You may notice that sometimes when you listen to English for a long time, your mouth starts to move along with the words. You might quietly repeat a phrase or try to match the speaker's rhythm. That's a good sign. Your brain and your mouth are starting to work together. Keep going. Keep listening. Keep repeating, even silently. Another important point: don't compare yourself to others. Everyone learns at their own pace. Some people speak early in their learning journey. Others take longer. Neither is better. What matters is that you keep moving forward, even if it's slow. Progress is progress, no matter how small. If you ever feel frustrated, remind yourself of how far you've already come. Can you understand basic conversations? Can you follow videos without subtitles? Can you read articles or messages in English? If yes, that's huge. You already have a strong foundation. Now it's just a matter of building on top of it, one sentence at a time. Let's also talk about mindset. The way you think about learning affects how fast and how deeply you learn. If you believe you can improve, you will. If you tell yourself, "I can't speak yet," change it to, "I am learning to speak." That small shift in thinking can make a big difference in your motivation and results. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. Watch shows, listen to podcasts, read books, talk to friends, even if it feels hard at first. Immersion helps your brain adjust to the sounds and rhythms of the language. And over time, speaking will feel more natural. And finally, celebrate every small win. Said your first full sentence in English? Celebrate. Had a short conversation without getting stuck? Celebrate. Understood a whole paragraph without looking up words? Celebrate. These moments matter. They prove that you're growing. and growth is worth celebrating. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this long listening session. I know it took time and focus, and that shows how serious you are about improving your English. Every word you heard today helped your brain get more comfortable with spoken English. You're building something big, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Learning a language is like planting a seed. At first, you don't see anything happening, but with time, care, and patience, it grows into something beautiful. That's exactly what's happening with your English. So be proud of yourself, be kind to yourself, and keep going. Don't stop here. Come back tomorrow. Listen again. Repeat. Learn new words. Speak softly to yourself. Build your confidence step by step. I believe in you, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Until next time, take care of yourself. Keep practicing, and remember, slow progress is still progress. See you soon. Goodbye for now.